All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time is 12 o'clock. It is time for more One Piece. So let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of One Piece. Today, we are going to be checking out the 56th volume of One Piece titled Thank You. So let's go ahead and begin. Good to see you, Kohagen. Good to see you, Ogata. The story of One Piece. Volume 56. Luffy infiltrated Impel Down to rescue his brother Ace, but Warden Magellan stands in his way. After being struck by Magellan's poisonous attacks, Luffy is in a near-death state, but thanks to Mr. 2 and Eva, he makes a miraculous recovery. Meanwhile, the Navy finished their preparations and took custody of Ace. Knowing that they have no time to lose, Luffy begins his ascent from level 6, along with new allies Jinbei and Crocodile. That is the shortest synopsis I have ever read. Is this the start of them having short synopses in volumes now? Because I've never been able to get to a recap that quickly. It took 55 volumes for us to get to a short synopsis. Okay. And we got chapters 542 all the way down to 551. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 chapters today. So let's begin. Chapter 542, yet another epic incident. There seems to be an unprecedented riot at Impel Down. The ringleader is Monkey D. Luffy. And then it cuts to one of the vice admirals who has Ace in custody as they're sailing towards the gates of justice. Take a good look at this guy. Once you're on top of the execution platform and your shackles have been locked, you'll never see it again. This is Onigumo. Marineford, prepare to open the gates. So this is Vice Admiral Onigumo. I couldn't remember his name at the time, but at least we got it right here. Navy Headquarters, Marineford. Fleet Admiral Sengoku! Where is he? We can't find him! Ace is going to be executed. Ace is going to be executed in just over 5 hours. Whitebeard could attack at any time. Meanwhile... Ace is going to be executed in just over 5 hours. Whitebeard could attack at any time. Meanwhile, Warlord Blackbeard... Blackbeard's nowhere to be found! And we have another problem. A battleship that wasn't given clearance to embark arrived just now at Impel Down. We don't think this is related, but... And then it cuts to main entrance, Impel Down. Wait, please! We haven't requested reinforcements. We have an emergency right now. We can't be responsible for this. We'll request confirmation from headquarters right away. I don't care. Aren't we supposed to be on the same team? But it is strictly forbidden for any pirate to go near the prison. Huh? As this one inmate starts to sink into the ground. And then a whole crowd of them starts to sink into pitch black darkness. It's all right. I'm with the government now. What a gloomy place! Because the Blackbeard pirates have just suddenly arrived at Impel Down. So they're just there now. Reporting, sir! Reporting! Sir! The Navy crew of Blackbeard's warship have been annihilated! Wait! All of you! Liberation! As Blackbeard launches like a whole bunch of debris and the bodies of the people that got sucked in with Black Hole right back at the people who are aiming at them. We have an intruder! It's Marshal D. Teach, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. It's Blackbeard and his gang. Hang in there. These are the guards that disappeared earlier. Darkness. He's entering the building with clear malicious intent. We don't know what he wants. Dragged into darkness. Yeah, Lafitte has wings. He has wings. But the thing is, we don't know if this is a devil fruit or not. Even to this day, we still don't know because it's never been specified. We don't know what he wants! Dragged into darkness! And then it cuts to Hannibal. It cuts to Hannibal, who's hearing all of this news. Ah! And he's foaming at the mouth because all of this stuff is happening on his and Magellan's watch. Awaiting orders! Ah! And someone falls prey to the Blackbeard crew again. It's over! My life is over! No, wait! It's only the beginning! The beginning of a life of frustration at never being able to attain my dream! I'll never be the warden now! Underwarden, get a hold of yourself! And then we have a little bit of a map of where everyone is, but let's go ahead through the speeches real quick. Strawhead Luffy's on level 4, Buggy the Clown's on level 2, and Blackbeard's at the entrance! I don't even know where to start! So, Blackbeard and his crew is at the top. Buggy and Mr. 3 and all the rest of them. Are Sky Island wings usually that big? Nah. Here's the thing, though, Ogata. What makes Lafitte's wings different from the wings of people from Skypiea is the fact that if you pay attention to this panel, his arms turn into the wings. It's not the wings come out of his back. His arms turn into the wings. Those are his arms. Skypeans can't turn their arms into wings, but Lafitte can. To this day, we still don't know what he is. We don't know if he's a Zoan or if this is some weird Paramecia type that gives you wings. We don't know. But it points to everyone where it points maybe he has some devil fruit. That's the thing, we don't know. We've known that Lafitte has wings, but to this day, we don't know if he truly has a devil fruit or not. Clearly he has. Like, we don't know the specifics. We don't know what type. If it is a devil fruit, we don't know what type it is. We just don't know. But it shows everyone where shows where everyone is in Impel Down. To this day, you keep missing things. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. That's the reason why I'm doing these read-throughs, so we can go through it with a fine-tooth comb, so you can have a comprehensible knowledge of all things One Piece. But on level 4, like, we already have Blackbeard and his crew at the entrance. Van Augur, Burgess, Doc Q, and Lafitte. Level 2 is Buggy, Mr. 3, and the other people who have broken out. Then on level 4 is Luffy, Crocodile, Jinbei, Ivankov, Inazuma, Mr. 2, and Mr. 1, and then some other inmates as well, along with, the crew, the people that follow Ivankov, and then there's no one on level 5 or 6. Let's go back to the monitor room and eat some rice cakes. Get a hold of yourself, sir! You have to defend it built down! That's easy for you to say. It's not your head on the line.
Hannibal, can you hear me?
Oh, Warden Magellan, where are you right now?
I've dealt with those rioting fools on level 2.
What?
I've sealed off all the exits from that floor. They'll all be immobilized soon.
And it just shows Magellan walking with Domino. They all got their gas masks on, and all the other prisoners are just covered in poison. The ones that got trapped by Magellan. Captain Buggy! The passage is blocked by poison!
Blast that Magellan! He fights dirty!
Oh, this is really bad, goes Mr. 3.
I don't know why Blackbeard would attack us, but I've already taken a measure against him, even though it paid me to do so. We can't ask for reinforcements from Navy headquarters. We'll have to deal with this ourselves. Do what you can to suppress the riot at level 4. I will head there soon myself. Try to hold out until I arrive.
Yeah, Warden! Hey, Warden! 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 Let's go already, says someone behind Hannibal as he's kind of celebrating. Level 6, Infinite Hell. I've learned my lesson all right. Endless boredom is worse than death. But you're not going to make me work and then push me straight back into the cell. Are you Magellan? And then it cuts to Shiryu of the Rain, who's outside of his cell. Shiryu of the Rain, head jailer of Impel Down.
You're on a reprieve from death row. There won't be a next time.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. Here's your sword, sir.
I'll leave Blackbeard to you.
Gotcha. Understood. A sword. It's been a long time. And then all of the guards who were sent there to, look after Shiryu and let him out, they all get cut down in an instant before they can even realize what's happened.
Sorry about that.
And then we cut back to level 4, Inferno Hell, as Luffy and company are just bashing guards as they're making their way up. Krabby, where are the stairs to level 3? Over there. They've reached the guard room! And remember, Ivankov's face is still undeniably huge after using the face hormone enlargement thing. They took the keys! And then doors are being opened up all over, and doors are being opened up to cause just a big old... They're opening up everyone's cells to cause a riot.
Get out of the cell if you want your freedom. This is your chance to escape. Come on.
Oh, you letting us go? And then it cuts to the Blue Gories who make their way in. And bash a couple of Ivankov's candies out of the way.
Get a Blue Gory.
As S-Death is playing on his trident, because it also doubles as a flute. I'm seeing some Power Rangers, Green Dragon, Dragon Zord, dagger motifs in here. Commander Soldeath, we're counting on you!
Blue Gory, get that freak with the giant head.
I don't have a giant head. It's my faith growth synthesis.
Get a Blue Gory.
Wink! And since his face is enlarged, his wings are far larger, and the resounding shockwave knocks away every single Blue Gory. Sorry, there's something on my eye. Every single Blue Gory that tried to jump Ivankov.
Yeah! He took out the Blue Gory with one shot!
Hee-ha!
I don't get him. What is he?
Strawhead boy, you can't linger here. Leave this to us and go. Keep going forward. Keep going up. Hurry. Okay, thanks a lot. And then it cuts to Luffy and Bon Clay as we see screaming, and then we cut to Mistress Sadie, who's standing there with the jailer beast.
It's the jailer beast! 3 of them.
Hooray! Reinforcements! Sadie is here!
Luffy, let's go. I'll help you. I don't know how good I'll be on land, but...
Really? You seem strong, as Jinbei talks to Luffy.
Go, jailer beasts!
And it cuts to Luffy as he's looking at everyone getting swatted away by the jailer beasts. And everyone's screaming, and then Crocodile's the only one who goes, "Weaklings."
It's no use! They're too strong! Guns and cannons can't stop them! Help! We can't fight them! Run! Ah! We're all gonna die! The Blue Gory are nothing next to these guys! Run!
Oh, I love these screams! As Sadie is literally getting turned on by the pain screams of everyone being beaten up by the jailer beasts. And people are screaming over and over,
"Help! It's killing me!"
As the Mina Koala is using spiked brass knuckles to just beat up on people and just pummel them. Gear 3rd! Gum Giant
Fishman Karate! 5,000 brick!
Get up, jailer beasts! And then it cuts to Jinbei, Luffy, and even Crocodile, who's starting to cause a sandstorm to appear in his hands as they bear down on the jailer beasts. Fist! Pistol!
Sables!
All 3 of them just wipe the floor with the jailer beasts in an instant. And for Jinbei, I just love it when he's like, Kyojin Karate! Gosen Maigara! Seiken! Like, y'all don't know. I love the way that Fishman Karate is said in Japanese. It just sounds so powerful. And then Luffy is, Hikante Pistol! Sables! And they just blitz through all of the jailer beasts.
What? No!
As Sadie is shocked to see all 3 jailer beasts just get one shot in an instant. And that's the end of 542. Onwards to 543, but we got an SBS. Reader, time to start SBS. Not. Oda, you're not going to start it? You got me there. Question. Mr. Oda, Emporio female hormone. Now bring on the party. Sign some newcomer. Yo, Cdes and yo, Ozzy. It's good to see you both. Some newcomer. Answer. SBS is about to start. I'm getting hiccups now. Question. This is about the miracle worker of the drag queen world, Emporio Ivankov. Are those eyelashes his own, or are they attachments? Since he does death winks, does he put on 3 layers of mascara? By the way, even if I put on 2 layers and used attached eyelashes, I still can't make my winks that strong. Signed, I love Odachi. Answer. Those eyelashes are 100% homegrown. I get letters asking if Death Wink uses hockey, but no, it's simply a blast of wind that occurs when he blinks. Do you realize how hard you gotta blink to make your eye create shock waves? Question. Help me, Odachi! I'm studying for my entrance exams, but I just can't concentrate. Say something to get me motivated. I am the storm that is approaching. Seriously, say something to all students around the country. I guess this isn't a question. Sign, Podechin. Answer. Let's read some manga. Let's watch some movies. Strong world. And then study a lot. You know what they say about people who chase after 2 rabbits, but I say catch them both. And that's the end of the SBS. Onwards to chapter 543, Straw Hat and Blackbeard. Limited cover series number 11, Sanji's Kamabaka Hell Insanity, Volume 1, Adventure on the Land of No Way Out. As Sanji is running for his life from this island full of Okamas, including one very big-faced Okama that's trying to catch him with a big old net, and another one that's hanging down like that one girl from The Ring from the roof. But Sanji is just absolutely terrified, and he runs. Level 1, Crimson Hell, like Superman blowing his breath. Yeah, except Ivankov is kind of doing that with just his eyes. But Superman has reached a brand new level of power right now in the comics, so that's not out of the realm of possibility for even him right now. Level 1, Crimson Hell.
Raise the bridge! Don't let him get across!
There are only 5 of them! Stop the Blackbeard pirates! And it cuts to Blackbeard and his crew just beating up on all of the impelled down staff.
Fire! There's no longer any doubt. Blackbeard and his men have betrayed us.
Does that surprise you? What do you expect from pirates?
Had Jailer shoot you?
5 of them, eh?
When were you released?
That one looks like trouble. Is that Magellan? You must be Blackbeard, Marshal D. Teach. That's right. And who are you?
Level 4, Infernal Hell. And then it cuts to Luffy and company still running.
We're finished! There's no way we can stop them without the jailer bees! Keep going! We're close to the gate to level 3!
And all the jailer beasts are just down on the ground, just completely knocked out.
Keep going! Nothing can stop us now!
Their numbers keep increasing! How can we stop them? As it shows the faces of Luffy, Ivankov, Crocodile, Jinbei, and Inazuma, as they cannot be stopped.
It's Chief Jailer Sadie! Who cares? Run her over! Silence! Respect my authority!
As she whips her whip. Now you heard, so Susanoo Superman? Yeah, to put it shortly and not to take up too much time, Superman has reached a new level of power where the concept of distance, weight, and basic logic and physics no longer apply to him anymore. He stated this. Superman has reached a point where the basic laws of physics no longer apply to him. So whatever strength he had before, yeah, he's gone beyond that now. I so want a Superman video game. But keep going.
Silence! Respect my authority!
As she used her whip to whip up a couple of dudes. Whip up a couple of Eva's crew.
Manifesto of excitement! Red Viper Whip! How dare you hurt my dear little jailer beasts!
And then she does this, and she winds up breaking the bridge that goes across the other area. Why you?
Wait, I told you to keep going.
ha! Out of the way, whip girl. And then someone that looks like Ivankov, but with a feminine figure, shows up and almost hits Sadie.
Silence. This must be your female form. Such an anarchist who never takes sides.
Right now, I feel like being a woman. Hee-ha! And it shows, apparently it's a... And Luffy's looking at her and going like, who's that? She talks like Ivankov.
Luffy, hurry. The stairwell is nearby. I'll open the gate.
So I guess green kryptonite doesn't faze him anymore? I don't know if that applies to Superman anymore. I don't know if all the basic laws of physics, like certain degrees of physics, like weight, distance, and I forgot what it was called. I'll have to look it up later. But Superman is kind of beyond being overpowered right now.
Luffy, hurry. The stairwell is nearby. I'll open the gate. This is the fortress of hell. No one.
Huh? No, wait. I thought that was Magellan. It's Hannibal.
No one shall escape.
Who's he?
He's leaving the gate wide open.
He's leaving the gate wide open.
That's Hannibal, the underwarden of this prison.
Look, there are 1,000 prison bazookas troops in the stairwell to level 3. There's no way out for you.
But in the end, it doesn't matter. He still can't touch Saitama. Saitama is beyond the concept of overpowered. And the dude still isn't... We still haven't seen the absolute height of what he's done. Everything Saitama has done has always been nonchalant. Even his serious stuff is nonchalant.
Yes! The underwarden is swinging his glaive! Bloodsucker! He's serious now!
Because when Hannibal was introduced, he was swinging his double-sided glaive, and he cut up a couple more of Eva's crew.
We can count on him! I won't allow you to go free and terrorize helpless citizens, Straw Hat. I will execute you in place of the warden.
Get out of my way.
No way! Hanya, demon!
And then,
Hanya, demon!
And there's a whole crowd. There's a couple of guards who are playing on instruments like,
Hanya! Hi! Hanya! The rhythm! Hanya! The nyabal! Everyone's favorite Hanya carnival! Inferno! Hellwheel!
And it cuts to Hannibal, who's spinning his glaive, and it's also set on fire on the ends as he tries to hit Luffy.
Hi! Hot!
Get out of my way or I'll clobber you! I have to rescue Ace!
Don't make me laugh! You think you can beat me? They didn't make me the underwarden of Impel Down for nothing!
And then it cuts to Hannibal, who sees Luffy jump backwards, and Luffy's in gear second now. Huh? Come! Jet Gatling! And nails Hannibal directly in the face.
Go!
And then it cuts to level 4 by the big elevator. We're here, Warden Magellan! Warden Magellan, please hurry! Then it cuts to Hannibal, who gets up, even after being hit in the face with Gum Gatling.
We're not done yet!
Then to Magellan.
Where are the leaders of this rebellion?
Underwarden Hannibal and his men are holding them off. They're by the stairwell to level 3. Please hurry, sir. That's quite a ways from here.
Follow the underwarden's lead. Don't let up!
As it cuts to Luffy, who's constantly beating up Hannibal.
It's not over yet!
And then he gets beat down again. Then it cuts to the Okamas fighting the Impel Down guards. And every single time Hannibal keeps getting back up, Luffy keeps trying to punch. Every time Hannibal gets up, Luffy just beats him down until Luffy starts to dash past Hannibal, and Hannibal goes, "Wait!" in an attempt to stab him. Underwarden Hannibal! Please, sir, don't get up again. You'll be killed!
You're nothing but pirates and rebels who became notorious for your wicked deeds. You want to rescue your brother? A ne'er-do-well like you have no right. A ne'er-do-well like you has no right to say that. Were you allowed to roam the seas again? Law-abiding citizens would live in such fear for their loved ones.
You hate Hanya Bell and that dude who kicked your wife? Oh, are you talking about Spandam? Gotta give it to Hanya. He has some intestinal fortitude. You gotta have intestinal fortitude in this series. Because if you weak on the inside, like, you ain't gonna last long.
You want to rescue your brother? A ne'er-do-well like you has no right to say that. Were you allowed to roam the seas again? Law-abiding citizens would live in such fear for their loved ones that couldn't sleep at night. This prison was constructed as a warehouse for scum like you, so that decent people could live in peace. If you were to get out, you'd terrorize the world, but I'm not going to allow that to happen!
Underwarden! I can't let them kill Ace. Get out of my way!
Fool! Nothing I say will...
Underwarden!
Huh? What's going on? Bazooka troops? Huh? Help!
As the guards behind Hanya Bell start to sink into the floor as this darkness takes them.
Enough talk of justice and evil. No matter where you go in this world.
And a foot appears right in front of Hanya Bell.
You're not gonna find the answer to that. It's a waste of time.
As Blackbeard shows up and embeds his size 23s directly into Hanya Bell's face, slamming him to the ground. As his liberation is over his back, spewing out the guards and rubble all around him, much to the shock of literally everyone there. It's that guy from Jaya!
Underwarden!
Bazooka troops! And Crocodile's looking, Ivankov is looking.
Looks like everybody's here. It seems like I interrupted something. Teach, what are you doing here? Or should I call you Blackbeard now? Jinbei, come on, unclench your fists. Oh, I forgot that you were friends with Ace, but you're getting mad at the wrong man.
Blackbeard? And then Luffy realizes that, wow, this is who this guy is. And also how Ace was talking about him all the way back in Alabasta. I'm on the trail of a major outlaw right now. He's been calling himself Blackbeard lately.
People's dreams don't ever end.
It seems that a pirate called Blackbeard captured Fire Fist Ace.
You're Blackbeard?
Huh? Oh, right. I never introduced myself. Long time no see, Straw Hat. I was surprised to find out that you're the brother of my old division leader, Ace. You sure you want to hang around here? Your brother's about to lose his head.
And then it just cuts to Luffy with livid eyes. And that's the end of chapter 543. Question! We got an SVS and then we can move on to 544. You say you just got goosebumps? I must be good as a storyteller. Question! I want to go to Disneyland. Signed, take me there, Odachi. Answer: alright, let's go ride the Blue Mountain. Wait, that's the name of the coffee. Question: hello, Mr. Oda. I discovered something about Saldeth. In the scene where he first appears in Volume 54, the spear that he carries has black holes set apart in regular intervals. And when we read on the panel below the part where it explains Mr. Two's powers, it shows Saldeth holding his spears to his mouth. That means that Saldeth's spear is also some kind of flute, and he uses it to play tunes when controlling the Blue Gories. Signed, Morning Musume are the cutest ever. Answer: yep, I'm surprised you found this out. I didn't want to spend too much time in the battle, or else the story would be at a standstill. So those kinds of details end up being pushed in the corner. That's right, Saldeth's spear is also a flute that controls the Blue Gories. Question: I have a question for you, Odachi. Why do all the inhabitants of New Kama Land wear fishnet stockings? Do you like fishnet stockings, Odachi? Please tell me. Sign, Mosako. Answer: do I like them? I wear fishnet stockings with a fur coat and nothing else when I draw my manga. As for the reason why the people of New Kama Land wear them, it's because the fishnet stockings were there. It's kind of like how a mountain climber climbs because the mountain is there. And that's the end of SBS. Make sense of that of what you will. Chapter 544, The Lid to the Cauldron of Hell opens. Limited cover series number 11, Sanji's Kamabaka Hell Insanity. Final volume, One of the Girls, and it shows that Sanji has just given up, and he became an Okama just like the other Okamas on Kamabaka. Still brandishing his cigarette, but he's just like, he's given up. He's given up. But now we come back to Blackbeard!
At first meeting you, I soon found out that you were the one who defeated that former warlord of the sea, Crocodile, over there. Straw Hat Luffy.
And Crocodile doesn't say anything.
I wanted to become one of the 7 warlords, so I figured the best way to show the government that I was the man for the job was to bring them your head. I'm gonna go kill Straw Hat Luffy at Water 7. I'll present him to the government as a gift.
That's another reason not to let you run loose.
He's my brother.
And this is Blackbeard speaking to Ace back then.
But fate protected you. Ace had been chasing me because I committed a terrible crime aboard Whitebeard's ship, and by curious coincidence, he was your brother. Because I said I was going to kill you, he was unable to turn back. You see, if he let us go, not only would he defile the name of Whitebeard, his own brother would be killed.
There's no such thing as coincidence. There's only fate. In other words,
yes, you're a very lucky man.
Now that the captain has successfully become one of the 7 warlords, he doesn't need your head anymore.
Whee! Your brother fought bravely!
You better remember to thank Ace at his grave. If he'd had shown up, then you'd be dead now.
Then why don't you try me now? And then Luffy goes gear second and immediately lands a solid hit on Blackbeard, sending him crashing into the wall behind him. Captain!
I won't let you kill Ace!
Come, Jet!
Black Vortex!
And then Luffy gets pulled by the same move that caught Ace off guard.
Straw Boy!
Huh? As Luffy is held above Blackbeard's head, and Blackbeard then proceeds to slam Luffy, just has his whole body, and then slams him into the ground. And that sends blood shooting out, which confuses Crocodile.
Blood? Isn't he made of rubber?
Gah!
And then Luffy jumps away. Gum! And then Blackbeard prepares to fight Luffy again, but then Luffy is stopped. Luffy is stopped by Jinbei, who tries to rush him.
Stop, Luffy! That's enough! You have to control your temper! Remember what you're here for! That man has been a mystery to me. Since the first time I saw him on Whitebeard's ship. I don't know where he got it, but right now, he has the power to defeat even Ace. Don't waste your time and energy fighting him. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. It's not going to help you rescue Ace. You're stronger than I thought, and your hockey is stronger than the last time I saw you.
And then it cuts to Crocodile speaking to Blackbeard.
You're Blackbeard, right? I heard some no-name pirate from Whitebeard's ship had taken his place. But this is strange. You should have been summoned to defend Navy headquarters, and yet you're here. You've obviously forfeited the title of Warlord of the Sea by coming here. Everything's going according to my plan. There were some bumps along the way, but is there any reason I should tell you about it, Mr. Crocodile? Not at all. In fact, I don't really care. I see you don't mince words. And
then it cuts to the Okamas who scream, Magellan's here! Ported Magellan? We're downed! Run for it! Head for level 3!
Magellan? So he's finally here.
And it cuts to some prisoners who get swept up in Magellan's poison hydra.
Ported Magellan? He's come at last!
And then it cuts to Hanyabel, who's still unconscious. And then it cuts to Ivankov. This is bad. Straw Hat Boy, hurry up and go! If you get hit by Magellan's poison again, nothing can save you!
Go up the stairs to level 3! The bazooka troops are wiped out! The path is clear! Lucky for us, they destroyed the defenses on the stairway. Aye, this fracas is making my job a lot easier.
The jailer beast is up again! It's the Minotaur this time! What? I thought we beat it already!
Goes Bon Clay.
They won't stay down for long. They all have devil fruit powers. They're awakened Zoan types. Their greatest strength are their toughness and recovery speed.
Ah, so this is the first time that the concept of awakened is mentioned. In the anime, the size differential between Luffy and Blackbeard speaks volumes. Yes, because it shows here in this volume that when Luffy speaks to Blackbeard, Blackbeard kind of towers over Luffy a little bit. But in the anime, Luffy is literally less than half the size of Blackbeard. Blackbeard is massive in comparison to Luffy's size. So they changed that.
They won't stay down for long. They all have devil fruit powers. They're awakened Zoan types. Their greatest strengths are their toughness and recovery speed.
That's a devil fruit power, too?
And then it cuts to Crocodile, who continues.
If you don't hurry, the others will get up too.
What? What?
But we have an even bigger problem to worry about. The warden of these hells will be here soon.
Warden Magellan! Blackbeard has appeared at the stairway to level 3!
Luffy is 5'7" and Blackbeard is 11'3". Yeah. Just towers over Luffy. He's twice Luffy's size.
Blackbeard has appeared at the stairwell to level 3!
Yo, you're at work listening, love this channel. Sir Cashalot, firstly, thank you. Thank you so much. As long as you're enjoying yourself, then I'm doing my job, but thank you.
Blackbeard has appeared at the stairway to level 3!
I thought Shiryu was going to deal with Blackbeard. Did he get defeated already?
This is the monitor room!
What is it?
We have trouble! The video receiver transponder snail has been destroyed! We lost all our video feeds! And all communications with Navy headquarters and other government facilities has been severed! We're cut off!
Hey!
We're cut off! And then all of a sudden, this man is cut down. This man who's saying this gets cut down by Shiryu.
Hey! What happened over there? Who did that?
Don't tattle. You'll make Magellan come over here. As Shiryu just smirks to himself. Communications are...
Send someone to confirm what's happening here. This is bad. If Blackbeard has reached this level, then he must have crashed through the gate on level 2. Nothing is going our way. How could a single intruder spark all this mayhem?
And then it cuts to level 2.
Flashy! Flashy! Hoo-hoo! We're the lucky Flashy men! Come on, guys! On to level 1!
And we'll keep going until we reach freedom!
Yeah, he's the luckiest man alive! Our savior, Captain Buggy!
I'm gonna rescue Ace no matter what!
I won't say you're wasting your time. Nothing's impossible in this world. Skyland existed, didn't it? The age of pirates' dreams is over? Huh? Hey! It's the same with the One Piece. It definitely exists. Just you wait and see. In a few short hours, we're gonna put on a show that will shake the world. Ignore him, Luffy,
goes Jinbei. And it cuts to Blackbeard and his crew just walking past Luffy and company as they go in the opposite directions. Keep going, goes Ivankov.
On to level 3!
And then it cuts to Sadie, who has apparently been bound in rope.
Warden, help!
Sadie!
That Ivankov did this to me. This is humiliating. Life isn't worth living if I'm not the one inflicting the pain.
Get her down.
Yes, sir. As it cuts to, because she is bound up all over in rope, but left hanging there, like something like what do you call it? Like bound rope, whatever. I forgot the exact term for it. But it cuts to, but Magellan goes,
Get her down.
Yes, sir. And the guards are blushing at the very provocative way that Ivankov left Sadie hanging above Magellan and everyone else. Then it cuts to Magellan, who's walking, and it cuts to Magellan, who's walking along this broken pathway, as he also sees Blackbeard in the crew.
So you're Magellan. You must be Blackbeard. That's right.
Bondage, yeah. Remember in the anime it shows Blackbeard's darkness fruit dissolving the poison wall Magellan set up. Yeah, in the anime it did that. It doesn't show it in the manga though, so that's an added scene.
You must be Blackbeard. That's right. Hydra.
And then before Blackbeard and his crew can even do anything, they're immediately engulfed in poison. And they're covered in it.
It burns!
I've neither the time nor the inclination to ask why you're here.
What is this? Poison? Yeah!
Hanya Bell, you did well holding them back for so long. I'll take care of the rest. You better not die.
Underwarden!
You're the only one fit to succeed me.
You love how Magellan so nonchalantly took out Blackbeard and his crew? Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy how quickly this man didn't even stop moving. He blitzed them all with poison and then just walked past them. Let's keep reading. And then it cuts to Magellan, who goes into the hallway, who goes into the stairwell where everyone else has already ran up, and he screams,
Straw Hat!
Whoa! Who's that? Is it Magellan?
It's the poison guy!
You will not set one foot outside of this prison!
And that is the end of chapter 544. We got another SBS and we can move on to 545. Question: does old lady Nyon have a double butt chin? Sign Gonchan. Answer: you're right, it's a double chin, just like Frankie. I wonder if she can shoot out coup de vent. Question: Mr. Oda, on the cover of volume 54, you said that people can normally live up to 140 years. Is Dr. Kureha alright? Signed, Dummy. Answer: well, wasn't she 139 years old? Well, 140 is about the max for normal folk, but she's a superhuman. An elderly person that will die in a year usually doesn't walk around with her belly exposed in the middle of snow. Question: I just noticed this, but you always listen to your readers, Odachi. So how about a new character design contest? Or a the devil fruit that I came up with type of thing? As for me, well, how about a diarrhea fruit or poo-poo fruit? A person that will never be constipated thanks to the poo-poo fruit. Signed, Scorpion Woman. Why would you ask that? Answer: no! That's nothing but a normal, healthy person. And about that contest, I probably won't be doing it. I don't need it. This might seem a bit cold on my part, but I don't want anybody else's ideas. I respect that. I always say to my new editor, do not give me any of your ideas. I want to say that all the characters and story are something that I came up with myself. If I started relying on one person, I would end up doing it again with another person. And if I messed up, I might end up blaming that person. If it goes well, it's thanks to me. If it flops, it's my fault. That's something I like. Oh, but there are ideas I want that aren't related to the main story. The cover art of members of the Straw Hat Pirates together with animals. I want ideas relating to that. If you send me letters with stuff like, draw this character doing something with this animal, then I'll gladly draw it. I highly respect Oda's entire idea of, like, I don't want your ideas. Because I want this story to be mine and mine alone. Not saying it in a selfish way, but if it goes well, then he can praise himself for, like, hey, I came up with that. And if it flops, it's just it's also his fault. But I also applaud him for being of the mindset of, I want this to be my sole story, and I'm not like getting ideas from other people. So I'm glad he stuck with that sort of mentality. Because let's be honest here. Given how many years we've been with One Piece, there's no one who can write this story like Oda, or better than Oda himself. So just let Oda be Oda, and then we can enjoy Oda. And that's the end of the SBS. Chapter 545, To Sunshine and Freedom. Limited cover series number 12. Robins, They Do Such Terrible Things. Volume 1, Adventure in the Land of the Slaves. As it shows that Robin has not only escaped, but managed to get her hands on some keys that allow her to be freed from her bonds. And since she's freed, and she doesn't have Sea Prism handcuffs on, yeah, they're not going to be able to touch her now. And we get some narration. Though the way was blocked at one point by Magellan's poison, Buggy and his group managed to escape to level 1.
Keep going! Yeah!
The group that passed through the fierce battle zone of level 4 and is now running through level 3 starvation hell. And it's Luffy and his group. Is the new Kama gang led by Straw Hat Luffy, and their numbers continue to increase as they free more and more prisoners as they go.
We're taking heavy casualties!
And Warden Magellan, the messenger from hell, is on their tail. As it cuts to him just walking through the halls, and he's covering every single prisoner that's out in poison.
I won't allow them to escape!
And then it cuts to Sadie.
My spine! It hurts! Ivankov will pay for this! Hee-ha!
As it shows Ivankov basically just giving Sadie a backbreaker when she fought her.
Get up! How long are you going to lay there?
As Sadie whips the Mino Koala. The four fallen jailer beasts have awakened and boarded the elevator to level 1 to get ahead of Luffy. Thanks to head jailer Shiryu's treachery, all communications with the outside world have been severed, and no information can leave the prison. This major incident continues to grow in severity behind the scenes, unknown to the actors involved. And then it cuts to Jinbei.
The ships of war and prison ships should be positioned around the prison. If we can capture one of those ships, then we can reach Marineford before the execution.
Ace's public execution will take place in 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours. They gotta book it.
Level 3, Starvation Hell, by the stairway leading to level 2.
Hurry! Magellan is right behind us. Hurry on to level 2.
That's the last of us. Behind them, there's not a single person left standing, as it shows that Magellan is really clearly right behind them, and he's just been Jason walking this whole time. He hasn't been running. He stopped running as soon as he doused Blackbeard and his crew in poison. Well, that was actually before that. And he's been walking behind and chasing after Luffy and the crew ever since, covering every other prisoner that gets left behind, including a new Kama Kingdom person in poison. And he's just staring at Ivankov.
Inazuma!
Understood.
Great scissors!
As it cuts to Inazuma, who starts cutting into the walls and the stairwell and starts slicing through it cleanly, while Ivankov stays behind. Level 2, Beast Hell.
Inazuma, why are you cutting away the stairs? Eva is still down there!
Shut up and get on to the next floor. And get out onto the next floor. Please be alright. As Inazuma cuts off the rest of the stairs, and the entire stairway just falls to the ground like paper, leaving Ivankov behind with Magellan.
What are you trying to do?
If you don't know, you must be pretty stupid!
As Ivankov stabs himself in the side and turns himself back into a man.
You must be pretty stupid!
Hee-ha! And then he winks at the Hydra of Magellan, and it kind of, blows up because it's a shockwave and it hits it.
You can buy all the time you want, but Straw Hat and the others will not escape.
Buy time? Are you so sure you can beat me? I'll show you the secret arts of my new Kama Karate! Level 2, Luffy's group.
Manticores!
Underpants, as Luffy and his crew are beating up the beasts on level 2.
That's weird. That poison guy was right behind us. Eva and Inazuma were standing by the stairs a second ago.
Shirt.
Are they fighting the poison guy right now? We have to go back!
Are you crazy? That's all the more reason for us to keep moving. We have to believe in the power of the miracle worker.
All right, but I don't like it.
What's going on here? Where are all the security personnel? That's odd. I don't see any prisoners anywhere. Someone must have freed them. All the cells are open.
Because remember, this is the same floor that Buggy and Mr. 3 were on, and they were freeing people too. Level 3, Ivankov versus Magellan.
My face! It's melting! My face! My face! It's melting! Melting!
Not! I'm protected by a thick layer of makeup.
You're not melting? You got us again! Hee-ha! Tokene no kayo! Hee-ha! Ippon dono ne tayo! Hee-ha!
This is that whole interaction with Ivankov was just hilarious. We were like, Tokene no kayo!
Hee-ha! Ippon dono ne tayo! Hee-ha! You're not melting. You got us again. Hee-ha!
You're just buying time.
Oh, really? Then let's finish this right now. New Kama Karate 44 Secret Spa Arts Ultimate Attack. Hair Removal Fist! As it shows Ivankov launching at Magellan with hands drawn at the ready. Level 2 by the severed stairway, and it cuts to Inazuma. And then there's a cracking and crashing sound as it cuts to Inazuma, who goes, Eva! But then Inazuma shows nothing but horror as it cuts to Magellan, who shoots up the stairway with Venom Road! It was no use. And it shows Magellan's slightly bloodied face, but it also shows Ivankov's body just lying on the ground, covered in poison. Keep out!
Still buying time?
Level 1, Buggy's group.
They're here! The jailer beasts! All 4 of them! We're finished! Turn around! We can't beat them! We're giving up on this prison break! We're giving up on this prison break!
What?
Oh! Are you blind or crocodile?
Stand aside.
as it shows that not only is Buggy's eyes popping out of his skull and his whole set of teeth is out of his mouth, but Mr. 3's eyes and teeth just fly out of his mouth. It's like,
Mr. 3, what's a worthless piece of trash like you doing here?
Oh no, some crocodile is loose. Captain Buggy, the jailer beasts all got knocked out.
What? Straw Hat?
That's Jimbei, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Oh, I'm sure glad you guys are okay. And then it cuts to Luffy's words stabbing both Mr. 3 and Buggy straight in the heart. Glad you remember Mr. 3's delivery. No one can forget that. No one can ever. That's something that lives in my head rent free. Among other so many different things from One Piece, that's like instantaneous. Captain Buggy, prisoners and weirdos are coming in from level 2.
Weirdos too? What's that? How dare you abandon us back there? Ah, you too, Mr. 2. What are you doing to Captain Buggy?
Because Bon Clay just comes in and slaps both of Mr. 3 and Buggy for, leaving them behind. This is bad. The prisoners from level 4 are here.
Did they manage to get away from Warden Magellan? The different groups of riders are joining together. Where's the warden?
Hydra!
Huh?
Magellan's here! Magellan too? What's going on this floor?
What? Then what about Eva and the crab guy? And then it shows not only Ivankov's body covered in poison, but Inazuma's body covered in poison as well. Rats!
Don't! We can't fight him!
As Luffy is preparing to fight Magellan again. Yes, sir, but Are you sure you want to send the ships away?
Have them sail immediately. Blast, so that was the plan. Luffy, we got to hurry to the main entrance.
This is Jinbei.
We have a bad situation on our hands. We were too preoccupied with Magellan.
What?
Look out! It's the Hydra!
Candle wall! And then Mr. 3 creates this big, gigantic wall of wax that blocks the poison. Your naive sentimentality makes me sick, Straw Hat. I do one little favor for you and you think we're friends. Mr. 3! Now get out of here! I can't hold out for long! I don't want to owe you anything! And that is the end of chapter 545. We got a short question corner. Question. I thought about this. We got a short SBS. I thought about this when I saw Eva, but I'd like to see a gender swap of the Straw Hat Pirates. Would you please draw it seriously? I repeat, please draw it seriously. Signed, Tomo-M. Answer, sure, but it'll be something completely different, and not for something completely different. And then Oda just proceeds to draw all of the characters, and just basically gender swap all of them. So Luffy gets turned into Ms. Luffy, Zoro gets turned into Ms. Zoro, Nami gets turned into Mr. Nami, Chopper gets turned into Miss Chopper, Sanji gets turned into Ms. Sanji, Usopp gets turned into Ms. Usopp, Robin gets turned into Mr. Robin, Frankie gets turned into Miss Frankie, and then Brook, it's kind of hard to tell because he's a skeleton, so, you know, at that point when you're a skeleton, it really doesn't matter. But that's the end of the SBS. Chapter 546, Fishman Karate, Captain Jinbei, Warlord of the Sea. Robins, they do such terrible things, the final volume. The rebel army saves the slaves. And it shows Robin being rescued by the revolutionaries. Nice. Level 1, Crimson Hell, as it cuts to the candle wall standing up to the wax. Now go! Get moving!
Wax?
That's right, I'm a wax man. I ate the wax fruit, and this wall of wax is as hard as iron. No poison can penetrate it.
You never know how one power will work against another.
Whoa! He stopped Magellan's Hydra! We love you, Mr. 3!
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. As long as we're not in a hot place. Now get moving! I want to get out of here too! Didn't you say we have to steal a warship? And this is Luffy to Jinbei.
That's right. Now we gotta hurry.
Then go on ahead and steal one for us. I'll stay here and stop that poison guy. I've got a plan. It'll be too hard for us to steal a ship if he's still chasing us.
That's true, but are you sure your plan will work? Don't take any unnecessary risks.
All right, 3. Let's fight as a team. Wait! No! I don't want to fight! I just want to go. I was just going to block whatever I could while I ran away.
We'll back you up, Mr. 3.
I keep telling you, I don't want to fight. And then it cuts to Luffy, who's apparently had Mr. 3 give him wax boxing gloves and wax shoes that can cover his arms.
Awesome! It's perfect!
And Luffy is just like, oh, this is so cool. Keep your eyes on the enemy. This is no time to celebrate. I don't know why, but this brings a tear to my eye.
Thank you.
Thanks for making me look so cool. Whatever, just shut up and fight. And then it cuts to Luffy walking out from behind the candle wall as he makes his way towards Magellan.
Hydra!
Here it comes! Candle wall! That attack won't work on me. And then Luffy dodges around, and he hops onto the poison, and the poison doesn't do anything to the wax. Come, champion rifle! And he hits Magellan. But the poison does nothing to Luffy's wax boxing gloves. Now I can touch him!
We found some cannons!
And a wall of wax
to mount him in!
And then they open fire on Magellan.
All right, we can do this!
Impel down, sea level, main entrance.
No one stands a chance against me out here!
You lowered your guard too soon. What are you, an amateur?
What?
As it cuts to Bon Clay and Mr. 1 just making short work of pretty much all the guards who are up on the main entrance level, along with a couple of Okamas as well. There are 10 warships out there, and each one is loaded with 800 soldiers, and we don't know what other surprises they might have for us. If we steal a ship, the rest of the fleet will pounce on us, so stay alert.
Right. Get ready, man. We're gonna open the gate.
I'm finally gonna breathe the fresh air of freedom.
Shut up, fool. We're not out. Shut up, fool. We're not out yet.
And Buggy says to one of the prisoners,
If we can beat the Navy, we'll be in heaven. If we lose, it's straight back to hell.
And then the doors open. The doors open for the entrance.
We gotta bust out of here and make it to sea no matter how many Navy soldiers stand in our way.
Bring them on! Let's go, man! And they just burst out of the door. And there's nothing out there. All of the warships are gone. What? The ships are gone! There isn't even one warship for us to steal! All the Navy men are gone!
What are we supposed to do now? We can't do anything but wait for Magellan to catch up! What's going on here?
It seems the enemy isn't as stupid as we thought, and these waters are full of the big Neptunians. Impel Down's position in the calm belt is one of its chief defenses,
says Crocodile. And after we fought our way out here from the depths of hell...
Will we have to go back?
This is no time to mourn. They only set sail after Magellan gave the order. Take a good look. You can see the sails through the fog.
You're right, but so what? They're already beyond our reach.
Don't worry. I'm here. Leave things to me,
Jinbei says. Then we cut back to Jinbei, who apparently has taken the door. Apparently taken the door off its hinges and plops it in the water.
Here, I found this mini transponder snail. Take it with you, just in...
Oh, wait, here. I found this mini transponder snail. Take it with you, just in case.
We have to hurry. Then let's get going.
He's carrying that huge, heavy-looking door! Well, he is a captain of the Fishmen Pirates, after all. His strength is incredible. Jinbei carries the door on his back and swims at high speeds, while Crocodile, Mr. One, and Buggy ride off towards the fog. Now I'm getting excited. I didn't know I was going to get to see Warlords of the Sea fight.
Maybe there's still hope after all.
And our savior, Captain Buggy, is going with them. What a swell guy.
Fools. You're better off going with 2 warlords of the sea than staying there and waiting for Magellan to get you.
And then there's an explosion right next to Buggy and company as they continue to, shoot across the ocean.
Did they find us?
They dodged it. What speed? That's no ordinary fishman. That's Jinbei, the first son of the sea. Fire the cannons! If we can sink Jinbei, we've got him!
There they are, the fleet of battleships.
And then a cannon fires.
I'll fling you onto the deck. Hang on.
Huh? What did you say, Fishhead? Huh? He disappeared. He left us behind and ran away.
Shut up,
goes Crocodile.
Fishman Jiu-Jitsu. Waterheart.
And then it cuts to Jinbei grabbing water. He's just like grabbing onto the water. And then the water starts to move with Jinbei.
Ocean current. Shoulder throw.
Also known as Gyojin Jiu-Jitsu.
Mizugokoro. Kairyu Ponzioi.
I love the Fishman karate names in Japanese. Oh, it's so cool.
Mizugokoro Kairyu Ponzioi.
And he takes it and throws the ocean over his shoulder, but a section of it goes shooting through the ocean itself. Like you see a piece of the ocean actually, the water just move. The current just move with Jinbei. It's so cool. And then cannons fire towards Buggy and company, still, out at sea and on the door.
Hey, Jinbei! What's going on? We're gonna get hit! Ah!
Why did you even come with us?
As they all shoot up into the air, thanks to that ocean current shoulder throw. And they all shoot towards the warship that was firing on them.
What? Look at that huge water spout.
It looks alive.
What could it be?
Beats me. Somebody's riding it! It's Crocodile! And Mr. One and Crocodile land safely while Buggy lands on his face.
They're here!
He did it. He did it,
goes Crocodile. They're after the ship! Don't let them have it! We just have to push devil fruit people into the ocean and we win! Like it's that simple. Have you taught these Navy soldiers nothing?
Who's going to push who into the ocean?
I guess you swabs need to learn your place. And then it cuts to Buggy, who's still face first into the ground after crash landing.
Don't let up! Cast them out into the sea!
Huh? And then a whirlpool starts to emanate from the ocean.
Fishman karate! Spear wave!
And he takes some water and shoves it with extreme force, and the water basically turns into a spear and goes straight through the ship and winds up taking out one of the cannons and a portion of the ship as well.
Hey,
goes Crocodile.
Oops, sorry. I forgot that we were going to use that ship.
And that's the end of chapter 546. Onwards to chapter 547, Island Ripper.
This poison technique is forbidden because it could destroy and melt down itself.
This is bad. Let's run for it, Straw Hat. Gum, stamp! Don't be reckless. My wax can't stop him anymore. And then it cuts to Luffy, cause now the wax is starting to get affected by the poison of Magellan somehow. Wax, release! Whoa, that was too close.
Venom Demon! Judgment of Hell!
As it shows that Magellan is covered in poison. He's created a poison Susanoo. He's created a poison Susanoo that is just wreaking havoc everywhere while everyone's starting to run now. And then it cuts to another prisoner. Who's covered in this poison going,
help me! Take me with you!
Don't touch me! And then he touches him. The guy gets touched, and the poison from him starts to spread over that guy.
The poison's spreading! Ah!
And it cuts to Magellan's Venom Demon just enveloping them with poison. Magellan was holding back all this time. Of course, he literally just said that it's forbidden for me to use it because it could literally destroy this prison. But it cuts to his Venom Susanoo still moving through the halls. That poison spreads and attacks whatever it touches, even wax and stone! Your wax armor won't work against it! Main entrance in Bell Down.
I wonder what happened to Straw Hat Boy? Where's the warship? I can hear cannons being fired, but I can't see what's happening through the fog. I think we can trust them to get us a ship, but
they're so far away. By the time they get back here, Magellan will have got us.
Straw Hat Luffy might be strong, but there's no way he can stop that monster Magellan for long. Please hurry, Jinbei!
And then it cuts to Crocodile and company still wreaking havoc on the ship.
Throw them into the sea! Don't let them take the ship!
And Crocodile, without even batting an eye, is just nonchalantly taking down all of these Navy soldiers.
Ah!
And then it cuts to Mr. One, who's, protecting himself and deflecting shots at him by turning his whole arm into a blade. Now, beforehand in Alabasta, he only turned the edges of his arms into blades, but now he can turn his whole hand and arm into like a full-on blade now, where it's just like a sharp edge, and that's all it is. So it looks like he's, either he's been holding back what he did to Zoro, or he just learned how to do this now. What is he? It's like his whole body is made of knives! That's the power of the dice fruit. And he proceeds to do a handstand and spin and slice a whole bunch of dudes by turning his legs into blades. That's basically like a blender. That's a blender. If this was a gory series, body parts would have been flying everywhere because of this one man.
Hey, I know that guy. He's Daz, the assassin of the West Blue.
And then it still cuts to Buggy, who's still unconscious, while Crocodile and Mr. One are still doing all the work!
It's only a matter of time before they take that ship. It'll be a stain on the Navy's honor. Sink it right now!
Aye, aye, sir!
Ready the cannons!
And then all of a sudden, currents of water shoot up out of the ground towards the ship.
That's the thing from before.
And they all get doused in water. Oh no! The gunpowder is soaked!
It's Jimbei! Fire with the other cannons!
He moves like Sanji. To a degree, yeah. Sea level, main entrance, impel down. Hurry! He's right behind us! Level 1, the prisoners wait for a ship to come back.
Jimbei! Crocodile! Captain Buggy! Hey, is anybody here? That's Straw Boy's voice. We gotta run! Do we have a ship yet?
And it cuts to Luffy, Mr. 3, and another prisoner, and they're running for their lives because Magellan is right behind them. Magellan went from Jason to Jason X in the span of a couple of seconds, and he's right behind them. He's not even running, he's just walking while he's just slowly but surely melting everything.
Something huge is chasing him! It's Magellan, and there's nowhere to run! Straw Boy, we still don't have a ship! What?
Level 1. Hell. Wink! And then we see someone wink. Meanwhile, at the main entrance, both Luffy and Bon Clay notice the ground just completely crack underneath them. And then we see the giant face of Ivankov shoot straight up through the floor.
Whoa! That scared me!
Huh? Eva? Looks like I made it in time. As it shows Ivankov just laying there with blood coming off of both sides of his face as he's laying there with his big old giant head. Looks like I made it in time.
He hit the back of his head and passed out!
And then it shows that he also grabbed Inazuma as well.
Eva and Inazuma are both alive! Eva!
And then it cuts to Magellan, who's bearing down on them.
Those scoundrels! Straw Hat, this is from Jimbei.
Straw Hat, this is from Jimbei. Huh? It's a mini transponder snail.
Luffy, where are you?
Well done, men.
Why did you even come? As it cuts to Buggy, who's just relishing in the fact that Crocodile and Daz Bone and Mr. One did all the work. Buggy is just now regaining consciousness after, face planting and knocking himself out. And he's all like,
well done, men.
Luffy, are you there?
I'm here, but he's chasing us. I'll be trapped at the docks.
I'm sorry. We managed to get a ship, but we're too far away to get to you. But don't give up. Jump into the sea. Get everyone into the water, even if you have to push them.
What are you talking about, Jimbei? This is the calm belt.
Leave it to me.
We're gonna do as he says. 3, help me again. Are you crazy? If you jump into the ocean, you'll drown. That fish face is a government toady. You can't trust him. He's Ace's friend. I trust him. What?
The ocean. Go ahead. These waters are crawling with Neptunian sea monsters. Judgment of hell!
As he begins to, kill everyone there. Because Magellan is right there in front of everybody. Watch out for the poison! Don't let even a drop of it touch you! Oh, that's impossible! It's all over for us! Gear 3rd! Extra large candle! Woo! And
it's no use!
As Magellan is right there in front of the wall. Gum, giant stamp! And using this spiked candle wall, it cracks, but it allows them to push over Magellan while he's using his Venom Demon mode. Hey! He pushed it back!
But the poison's still coming!
Eva! Eva, wake up! Oh, it's Luffy while he's in his chibi farm.
Eva, wake up!
Huh? What?
Do your wink!
Oh, fine.
Are you serious? But if you do that...
Hell?
Eva, please wait!
I don't understand them. They have no ship. If they go into the water, they'll die for sure. But I won't let you get away anyway! I won't let you go anyway!
You guys, grab onto his face!
His face? Wink! And then it cuts to Ivankov using Hell Wink and shooting out of the entrance as Magellan tries to grab after them. And they just fly into the air, into the distance. And then we cut to the warships as something starts to move past them in the water. There's something under the ship. What is it?
They made it in time. Sorry to call you out here to such dangerous waters.
Huh? We landed on something.
Whoa! Hey, look! Yikes!
Whale sharks! And it shows like a whole bunch of whale sharks. One that has Luffy and another that has Ivankov and everyone else that's with him. Jinbei must have summoned them! And then Magellan is just completely livid that they managed to survive.
Bring them to me.
As the whale sharks are just communicating with Jinbei. He's incredible! And that is the end of chapter 547. We got another SBS and we can move on to 548. Question. One thing that got my attention is the fourth panel on page 5 of chapter 526. Luffy didn't come out of Hancock's cape. He came out from under her skirt. What really happened? I was so preoccupied with this that I answered Lagoon as Laboon on my geography test. It's all your fault. Signed, Sanctuary inside the skirt. Answer. I can't really take responsibility for your test results, but yes, Luffy was hiding not inside the cape, but under the skirt. Well, he was inside that Chinese dress, to be exact. If you didn't do that, they could just turn over her cape and find him there. He was grabbing onto Hancock directly under her clothes. Hey, it's nothing weird like that. Jeez. The two of them were in a serious situation. If they'd found him, it would cost lives. Whoops, now I have a nosebleed. Question. If you cross a raccoon dog and a reindeer, you get Chopper. Signed, Sugachi. Answer. Yes. What? This nosebleed? I just, tripped. Yeah, I tripped earlier. Question. Master Oda, knowing you'd probably respond with, yes, one of the guards' rooms was nearby and the prisoner's personal belongings was there. He dropped by that area to grab his clothes and cigar. As expected of Crocodile, what a guy. As expected of Crocodile. What a guy. Always caring about his fashion. But I will still ask you this. In chapter 540, Crocodile was still wearing his prisoner's uniform. But why was he in his usual clothes with a cigar in his mouth when he appears next? Sign, Bluebeard. Answer. You already know most of what's going on. But I'll still answer you. There is a place where they keep the personal belongings of the prisoners. Because the people of Kama Land keep going there to steal more clothes, Kama Land is filled with all kinds of outfits. That includes cigars and whatnot. I skipped the part where it shows that, but Luffy and that group stopped by Kama Land, so he took someone's clothes there. As expected of Crocodile. What a guy, always caring about his fashion. And that's the end of the SBS. Chapter 548, thank you. Limited cover series number 13, Frankie's I'm No Good This Week. Volume 1, Free Roaming Cyborg Animals. And it cuts to Frankie, who's running away from cyborg animals who are trying to kill him, including a snake that can shoot laser beams, and cybernetic gorillas, lions, and a giant Hercules beetle. And it cuts to Ivankov and everyone else on a warship as a whale shark flips them on there, and they're cheering, "We did it! We reached the ship! We escaped from Impel Down!" And it even has Mr. 3 who's just praying and he's with tears in his eyes as Jinbei takes the helm and he starts piloting the ship.
It's too soon to celebrate. We need to keep moving. Thank you, whale sharks.
You saved us! Have a safe journey home!
We have to start neutralizing the poison in Inazuma. Bring all the medicines from the infirmary.
Aye, aye. I'm never going back to that hellhole again. I'm gonna change my ways. I'm going home to my family. We're free. We're free at last. And who do you have to thank for it?
Captain Buggy! What?
I didn't think they could do it. Navy, bring me a ship. I'll follow them and finish them off. They don't realize it, but they're cornered now.
Aye, sir! Rear Admiral, we've repaired the cannons that were knocked out of commission by Jinbei. All right. All hands, fire at will.
They're shooting at us!
And all the warships start firing on Luffy and his crew.
Blast! They're back! How many ships are there?
It's the whole fleet! So all of the ships that were sent away from Impel Down have now turned around and are making their way towards Luffy and crew and trying to take them out.
Yeah! We're hit!
All naval officers of Vice Admiral rank and above have been summoned to Marineford. But a ship of war is a ship of war. It's dangerous no matter who's commanding it.
Can't you see it's futile? The gates of justice will never open for you, scallywags.
Oh no! We still have that in front of us!
They still got the gates of justice. This is bad! We can't open it! We came all this way here and it's a dead end!
What are you going to do, Sharky?
Sail on.
Impossible! We're in the worst possible situation! Why are you so calm?
Protect the ship for now! Just protect the ship!
Don't just evade their cannons. This is a warship too. Return their fire, you worthless fools.
I have an idea! Return their fire, men!
Aye, aye, Captain Buggy! And it cuts to Crocodile creating a sandstorm on the ocean to dissipate some cannonballs. Don't you find it kind of disrespectful for Crocodile when everyone is listening to Buggy over him? It's like,
Return fire, you worthless fools.
I have an idea, men! Return fire!
and then everyone's all like, aye, aye, Captain Buggy. They just ignore him. He doesn't say anything about being mad about it, but that's got a sting that no one's actually paying him any mind. And Luffy's, along with Crocodile using sables to dissipate some cannonballs and interrupt them, Luffy's using Gum Gum Balloon to rebound them back.
The prisoners know they're trapped, so why are they still heading for the gates of justice? It can only be opened from the control panel in Impel Down. There's no other way. Fire! We have to sink them! Huh? The gates of justice are opening! How?
What's going on? Why is the gate opening?
What's going on? Is it a trap? All right, this is great. I don't know why, but the gate opened.
Word of Magellan, please hurry.
No, wait. This is impossible. Why is the gate opening?
Impel Down, first floor control room. Are you sure you want the gate open, sir? Warden?
Of course. Have I ever given you a bad order?
No, sir. I'm not doubting you.
Once that ship goes through the gate, close it right away. Understand?
Yes, sir. Because it shows that there's a Magellan inside. It shows that Magellan is inside the control room? Yes, sir. Don't let them get away! Fire! What's going on? Did Magellan order this? I don't understand why. I don't understand why he would do this. What does Warden Magellan have to say? What does Warden Magellan have to say for himself? I don't think the warden ordered this. He was at the main entrance just a second ago. Inside Impel Down. And then it cuts to Magellan running to the control room.
Control room! What are you doing? Who ordered you to open the gates of justice?
What? Warden? As Magellan is looking at another Magellan, who's already standing in the room.
Oh dear.
Is that true? Bond did that? But he was with us at the entrance. We're gonna leave Bond at Impel Down?
You want us to keep going? We don't have time.
You're gonna abandon him?
We've lost hundreds of comrades to get this far. Do you want to go back and fight Magellan again? You'll only lose more men and your brother will die. Someone had to stay behind to open the gate.
I can do it. I'll open the gates of justice.
As it cuts to a flashback.
But what will you do after that?
Don't ask me that now that I've already made up my mind. And don't tell Straw Boy until after the connection is severed. Goodbyes won't be needed.
And then it cuts to Jinbei holding out a transponder snail towards Luffy. It's still connected.
But the mini transponder snail's range is short. Once the gate closes, the connection will be cut.
And then it cuts to Magellan.
Imposter.
That's right! It's me! I fooled you again!
He was an imposter?
I'm so glad I put your face into my memory when I had the chance.
What happened here?
And this is back when Magellan was strangling Hannibal, but it wasn't Hannibal. It was actually Bon Clay, who then touched his face at the time, and that's how he got his face.
How dare you?
Bon! Straw Boy! Can you hear me, Bon? Why did you do it? It's just like the last time!
Jimmy, you said you wouldn't tell him until the connection was cut.
We were supposed to escape together. You always help me, but I never get to pay you back. If you're there, answer me, Bon. So that's what happened. That guy stayed behind so we could get away. Bon! Big brother Bon, speak to us.
Bon!
Mr. Two!
Mr. Two, you're so brave! I'm sorry for everything!
Goes Mr. Three and Buggy. Bon boy! Goes Ivankov. Bon! Bon! Brother Bon! 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 The gates are about to close! We're going now! Thank you! As the connection starts to fizzle out and Bon Clay is just filled with tears. Thank you, Brother Bon!
Thank you! Straw Boy!
Bon!
Go save your brother!
As they make their way closer and closer to the gates of justice. And make their way through and the doors start to close behind them.
I know! You can!
And then the connection is severed. Bon!
The gate's closing! Sink that ship!
And then the connection completely dissipates. And it's cut off completely. Bon! Brother Bon! And then the Navy on the other side can do nothing as the gates have closed in front of them.
They got away.
If it weren't for him, we'd probably be swimming with the fishes right now. And then it cuts to everyone who's silent as we get a massive amount of narration. The flower of friendship can bloom even in hell. Now the petals of that flower will be scattered upon the rolling bosom of the sea. One day I will make that...
One day...
Oh wait, I think this is Bon Clay who's saying this.
The flower of friendship can bloom even in hell. Now the petals of that flower will be scattered upon the rolling bosoms of the sea. One day I will make that flower bloom again. Oh, come my way!
As it cuts to Bon Clay preparing to face off against Magellan. Mr. Two, Bon Clay. And everyone is just screaming,
Bon!
And then it cuts to Magellan, whose hand is covered in poison, as he prepares to fight Bon, and he goes,
Any last words?
May we meet again.
And Bon's last words is,
Satisfaction! As soon as possible.
On this day, 241 prisoners succeeded in escaping from the world's greatest underwater prison, Impel Down. This will be the worst disgrace in the prison's history, but the incident is not over yet. Only 4 hours remain until the public execution of Portcus the Ace. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They just escaped from Impel Down. Wow, okay. I can't believe it, the fact that tomorrow we're moving into the Paramount War. I was talking about this for weeks, and now we're going to be entering into it tomorrow. God is good. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to do this. That's the end of chapter 548. Onwards to chapter 549, Battleship. Frankie's I'm No Good This Week final volume, the house where Dr. Vegapunk was born. And it shows Frankie in front of this very old and dilapidated old factory-looking technological place. Impel down. Level 4. You live your life too dangerously. If I hadn't shown up with the antidote, you'd all be dead. Underestimating Magellan will get you killed.
Whee! But we're still alive!
Destiny brought you here. Destiny brought you here. Oh, but I didn't think I was going to die. But I did think I was going to die.
It seems luck is still on our side. Luck may decide who lives and who dies, but whoever gets scared first loses. Let's live for the moment. Hey, sure to you. Glad you came to help us. Thanks. I welcome you. Looks like you'll be a great ally for us.
It's obvious what the future holds for me here. I've been waiting to meet someone like you. As it shows that Shiryu is the one who saved Blackbeard and his entire crew from Magellan's poison. And they're still very much alive. Top Current, the world government's private route. Inazuma is out of this fight. What? Is the poison that debilitating? I blasted away the poison inside me with my healing hormone, an energy hormone. But those techniques shorten the patient's life and leaves lasting effects. It's better to let them recuperate at a slower pace. Once your life gets shortened, those lost years are gone for good. Inazuma is needed in the Revolutionary Army. We can't let him overtax himself now. As Ivankov is, looking on and checking in on Inazuma by sticking his whole face fits in the door. That's how big Ivankov's head actually is. It's just like right there. Then it cuts to everyone else who's still crying about Bon. He wasn't such a bad guy. I finally met him again and he saved me again. Bon!
Big brother Bon.
Come on, you swabs! How long are you gonna sulk? He was a nice guy, but so what? He's dead! Let's have a party! We gotta celebrate our prison break! I know! We'll hold a wait for Mr. 2! Drink up!
And then it cuts to Luffy, who punches Buggy directly in the nose. Firstly, Bon just saved y'all lives and allowed y'all to get out. And y'all was all like, let's party instead. Who cares about that guy? You were owed that punch. You deserved it. You asked for it. You mess around and found out. Bon might still be alive, big nose.
Ah, the grog's giving me a nosebleed. Hey, who you calling big nose?
You got a big, stupid red nose! And then it cuts to Luffy and Buggy apparently fighting each other in the background. And then it cuts to Crocodile.
I thought only mermaids could talk to fish. I didn't know you could summon whale sharks. Is it so strange for a fishman to be on friendly terms with sea creatures? It's unusual for a fishman to be on friendly terms with anyone. You must be an exception to your barbaric race. I'll take that as a compliment. You're right. Fishmen are barbaric.
Captain Buggy!
And then it cuts to Luffy, who hops up to where Jinbei is.
Luffy!
Huh?
I owe you a great debt for allowing me to help with Ace's rescue.
You don't need to thank me. Besides, I should thank you. I'm glad you're with us. You're really strong.
For what happened now and in the past, I must express my gratitude and apologize at the same time.
And then it cuts to a face of Arlong.
But I'll set that aside for now. Right now, we only have one goal. Just call me Jinbei. I used to be one of the 7 warlords of the sea, though my title has probably been revoked. I'll create as much havoc as I can at Navy headquarters. Let's fulfill Bon's last wish and save Ace.
And to the surprise of both Buggy and Luffy, they go, What?
What?
You're one of the 7 warlords of the sea? No wonder you're so strong. Wasn't it obvious?
Forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
Hold on! What's this about Navy headquarters? You're telling me this ship is going to Navy headquarters? Whitebeard and the Navy are about to go to war!
What? Navy headquarters?
Not very sharp, are you?
Goes Crocodile.
What?
After we pass through the gates of justice, there are only two places we can go. Navy headquarters or Annie's lobby. Right now we're on the government's private sea route, the Tub Current. It's a big swirling current that connects the government's 3 greatest facilities. Anyway, the whole purpose for the breakout was to allow us to fight in this war.
And then everyone who's been tagging along with Buggy and Mr. 3 all scream,
Nobody told us that! Stop this ship right now!
That's not going to happen.
"Get off if you want."
How can I? I'll drown! I'd rather go back to the prison than get involved in this war.
We common land people knew, as they're just chill with it. "This war is Navy headquarters and the 7 warlords of the sea versus the Whitebeard pirates! That's scarier than any prison!" Gotcha. Hello? This is Navy headquarters. Hi, this is Luffy.
Don't identify yourself! You're a pirate!
The Impel Down security fleet reports that a group of escaped prisoners have captured a ship. We've identified the 2 ringleaders from the prison's video transmissions. 2? They are the pirate captain Strawhead Luffy and Buggy the Clown. What? What? Seriously? They see Captain Buggy as a bigger threat than Jinbei? Who are you?
Why me?
Navy headquarters. Bring me the data. Here you are, sir. We initially dismissed you as an upstart, but we've since discovered that you once sailed with the pirate king Gold Roger. Isn't that right, Buggy the Clown?
Huh? How did they find out?
And then it just cuts to utter shock as everyone screams out, "What?" It has also come to light that you are the blood brother of red-haired Shanks, one of the 4 emperors.
What?
We were surprised that a man of your caliber hadn't made much trouble before now, but after this incident, we won't underestimate you again. We found no connection between you and Fire Fist Ace, but you're probably working with Straw Hat to rescue him. We know that Jinbei, Crocodile, and Ivankov and 200 other dangerous fugitives are aboard your ship. This is your only warning. Unless we open the gates of justice here for you, you will never reach Marineford, much less escape the Tub Current. You have nowhere to run. You cannot survive. That is all. Hey! Wait, you Marine! I'm gonna save Ace. Just watch! It'll be easy as potatoes!
Don't you mean pie, Straw Hat? You in the mood for baked potatoes or something? Wait, why are you picking a fight with some guy from Navy headquarters?
Hold on, Captain Buggy! You sailed with the Pirate King? And you're Shanks' blood brother?
Our savior really is a great pirate! This is bad. If they know all that, they're sure to come after me.
He has an impressive past.
And yet he's so weak. And then it cuts to Crocodile, who really doesn't say anything on the matter. So why you play so dirty? And then it cuts to Ivankov, who chimes in, there are a few rotten apples on every ship. Oh, right. The first mate said something like that.
First mate?
An old man named Rayleigh. You know him, right?
What? You met Rayleigh? How is he? Ah, that brings back memories. Where's that old sea dog now?
Now they're talking about Rayleigh, the Dark King!
I can't believe this!
Captain Buggy, I knew you was somebody special!
Wait, hold on! What you heard is true, but if they think I'm a big shot, they'll hunt me relentlessly.
This is great! You're part of that legendary pirate crew!
Buggy! Buggy! Buggy!
I was only a lowly swab back then! Stop cheering, you fools, if you make a big deal about this. But it feels so good. Fine, the Navy's overestimating me, but this could be a good thing, and everything they said is technically true. I'm their hero right now. This is my big chance. If I somehow manage to kill Whitebeard, I'd become one of the 4 emperors! And then I'll soon be king of the pirates! That's it. A lot of these guys probably have bigger bounties on their heads than I do, but if I put their talents to work for me, the sky's the limit.
We'll follow you anyway, Captain Buggy!
Command us! We'll take this ship away from those blokes who want to go to Navy headquarters. And then we'll be free!
And then Luffy's all like, What y'all say? What y'all say? Take it from who? Who y'all gonna take it from? Point them out to me. Who you talking to? Who you gonna take it from? I see no one. Who you gonna take it from? Come on, man, tell me who you're gonna take this ship from. You gonna take it from me? You're gonna take it from Crocodile? You're gonna take it from Jimbe? What about Dance Bones, Mr. One? You're gonna take it from him? You're not gonna take this ship from me. You're crazy. Oh, you're crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Command us! We'll take this ship away from those blokes who want to go to Navy headquarters. And then we'll be free!
Huh?
We're gonna take this ship from you, Straw Hat. We just got out of prison. We don't want to go to Navy headquarters. And we got Captain Buggy to lead us. Let's do this, Captain Buggy!
This could be a bother. Let's just kill them all.
Buggy! 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 Yes, no problem. I think I can do it now. Calm down, you impulsive fools! You ungrateful bilge rats. This ship isn't stopping. We're sailing right into the middle of this war. Our destiny lies straight ahead. So prepare yourselves for the worst. Think, the biggest prize in the world is within our reach, and that's what we're going after. We'll never have another chance like this. If you call yourselves men, then follow me to glory. Today I will take Whitebeard's head and rule the world.
Aye, Captain!
Captain Buggy!
Ah, Captain Buggy! And some people are just on their knees, just crying their eyes out over this very lofty ambition. It's all those beatings we took when we were in prison. They must have broken our pirate spirits. We all used to have big dreams. We'll follow you to the ends of the earth.
Forget safety. I want a life of glory and adventure. All right, let's go, men, to Navy headquarters.
And then they all scream out loud. Because the situation literally just resolved itself without anyone having to die. Because let's be honest here. Them trying to take the ship away from Crocodile, Luffy, Jinbei, and Mr. One, it was not gonna happen. Because we all know better. I guess that's settled.
Buggy seems to have a talent for leadership.
Captain Buggy, you're the greatest leader in the world!
We'll follow you anywhere. Yeah! Good!
Navy headquarters at noon. 3 hours. And it cuts to a building that says Navy on it. 3 hours until the execution. We will now escort the condemned to the execution platform. And it's Ace up the stairs. And it's Ace being led up a very long flight of stairs. See, we got 16 stairs up in my house. Now multiply that times 50. There's so many stairs. There are so many stairs. Just how far deep underground do you keep these people? That's too many stairs. Y'all ain't got a slide or anything? Y'all ain't got nothing that can make going up these stairs easier? That's a lot of steps. It's like running up the endless steps in Super Mario 64. It just keeps going. Listen, Luffy. Oh, wait, this is a flashback to Ace when he was a kid.
Listen, Luffy, we have to live our lives without regrets. Yeah!
And then it's just Ace going up the stairs. Halt! We will now open the gate. Then the doors open and the sun shines through.
Someday, we'll go to sea and live however we want. A true life of freedom.
As Ace is being led out into the outside by these two guardsmen while in chains. Ah, my old enemy, stairs. But that's the end of chapter 549. Onwards to chapter 550, but we got an SPS. How many chapters do I have in this one? Oh, we're almost done. One more chapter after this one, and then we're done with volume 56. Almost there. Question: what's inside Hanya Bell's chin? Is it filled with dreams? Signed, Subpoena. Answer: yeah, I guess. It's filled with dreams by the name of ambition. Question: nice to meet you, Mr. Oda. I have a question. If One Piece took place in the real world, where would each of the Straw Hats be from? Signed, Michael Jackson's brother. Answer: I didn't really put too much thought into this, but this would fit with their images. Luffy from Brazil, Zoro from Japan, Nami from Sweden, Usopp from Africa, Sanji from France, Chopper from Canada, Robin from Russia, Frankie from America, and Brooke from Austria. Question: Eva's Deathwing creates some really weird sound effects. Tell me how I'm supposed to say them. Signed, Muffy the Straw Hat. Answer: You sure got a sharp eye there. I gave it that particular sound effect because no ordinary sound effect could completely express what a powerful blast it is. Sometimes I forget about it when drawing the drafts, but I always end up adding it back in. Say it with me, everyone. Blinkety blink! Anyways, that's it for this volume's Question Corner. The Voice Actor Question Corner will also be taking a break this time around. See you next volume, which means that this chapter and the next one won't have an SPS, so that'll be the end of this volume. Chapter 550, Navy Headquarters. Limited cover series, number 14, Usopp's I'll Die If I'm Alone disease, volume 1. Bowen Island is a forest of gluttony. As it shows Usopp face to face with tons of food everywhere, while Heracleeson is just eating a giant bowl of ramen. Now, the thing about these cover stories is that these were turned into full-fledged long episodes for the Straw Hats. For the Straw Hats in the anime, but they're just cover stories, so they don't even take up full-on manga pages. But moving on. Only 3 hours to go. But where's Whitebeard? South Blue. Who knows? Do you think he'll show up? Whitebeard's gotta be pretty old by now. I haven't heard much news about him lately. East Blue. He's an old-fashioned dinosaur. Do you really think he can beat the Navy? No matter who wins, a lot of people are going to die. If he's wise, he won't show. What's the life of one pirate against those of so many? North Blue.
I want grog, barkeep. I'm
not opening up today. Go away. I'll open up tomorrow if the world is still here.
Then just sell me a bottle. I need something to get me through this.
West Blue.
He's no ordinary geezer. He hasn't gotten weaker at all. It was only a year ago that the moment we laid eyes on that man in his chair. Only a year ago. The moment we laid eyes on that man in his chair, our lives were as good as over.
The Grand Line.
Even the children know about him. Listen to them sing. Whitebeard is humming, the devil is coming. Heavenly Father, deliver us. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
They are literally praying for their lives about what's about to go down. On the island of Marineford, where the Navy... There's a lot of narration. Where the Navy headquarters is located, there is a large town inhabited mostly by the families of Navy personnel. The citizens have been evacuated to the Sabaody archipelago, where they will witness Ace's execution on monitors. Reporters and photographers have gathered there from near and far to report the news to the world. Look, it's Ace! And they're all seeing they all have view of Marineford on these big, gigantic movie screen-sized monitors. The Navy surveillance ships have all disappeared. So far, there has been no sign of Whitebeard, but the whole island holds its breath as Ace is chained to the execution platform. Only 3 hours until Ace's head rolls as they hold swords directly in front of him. And they just wait. Navy Headquarters, Marineford, the Grand Line. Wow. Stay alert! We have to be ready for anything! And there are numerous warships all lined up in front of Marineford. Numerous cannons all lined up on the walls of Marineford. And we got some big, gigantic individuals in the distance, along with some soldiers. Famous fighters from all over the world have gathered here.
It will all be over in 3 hours.
100,000 elite troops stand ready for battle. 50 ships of war surround the island and its crescent-shaped bay. Batteries of heavy cannon line the shore. Batteries of heavy cannon line the shore, and 5 people stand at the head of this massive force, ready to decide the outcome of the battle. They are pirates, the 5 remaining warlords of the sea. As it cuts to Kuma, Gecko Moria, Doflamingo, Mihawk, and Hancock, who are all there as a Navy official speaks to them. And atop the execution... Oh, here it is! Here it is! And high atop the execution platform in the town square, the central figure of this drama, 2nd Division Commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, Porcus D. Ace, kneels and quietly awaits his fate. The platform is guarded by the Navy's most powerful fighters, the 3 Admirals. Navy Admiral Aokiji Kuzan, Navy Admiral Kizaru Borsellino, and Navy Admiral Akainu Sakazuki. We finally get Akainu and his appearance here. And they're all just sitting in their chairs, just chill. Like Borsellino's got his hands on top of one another and across his legs. Aokiji's just like sitting squat, and then Akainu is just sitting with one leg crossed and his arms crossed in front of him. These mighty defenders of justice have come to prevent the rescue of Ace and to do battle with Whitebeard and his pirates. Tub Current.
Hey, Jinbei! It's the gates of justice! That was fast!
Actually, it took longer than usual. The wind was against us. Now how do we get through that gate?
All right, men, we're here. And what's beyond that gate, eh?
Fortune and glory!
That's right!
Marineford, as Sengoku and Garp walk into the area.
I'm going to tell them everything, Garp. Have it your way. I'll be waiting below.
Stand back. Yes, sir. Fleet Admiral Sengoku. Give me the transponder, Snail. What's going on? I have something to tell you all. You have to admit, Akainu looks cool. He does! He does! Like, you see Kizaru with that same all like, huh? You got Aokiji with his mask on, is all like, And then you have Akainu. Hold on. Let me get my hat. Yes, I have shorts on. Don't worry about it. Pay it no mind. That's all you got to do is just pay it no mind. And you got Akainu who's just sitting there with his hat and he's got his arms crossed. You don't even see his eyes. He's just sitting there with his eyes crossed, with his arms crossed. And he just looks overly cool. Just sitting there. But it cuts to Sengoku. Let's keep going. I have something to tell you all. The execution of this man, Porcus D. Ace, is a matter of enormous import. And then it cuts to Smoker with Tashigi. It cuts to Momonga. It cuts to Sudu, who's there with Garp. It's not your fault.
Women sure are kind about stuff like this, Sudu.
Ace, what is your father's name? His father's name? What difference does that make now? My father is Whitebeard. Not true! It is true! Whitebeard's my father! There's nobody else! We were looking everywhere when we got word from Cypherpole about the possibility that one of his children might be on a certain island. We examined newborns, unborn infants, and their mothers and found nothing. But that was only natural. Your mother used a trick to hide you. That cost her life. We were fooled. The whole world was fooled. Your mother lived on the island of Batarilla. Or Bataria. Batarilla? Or is it Bataria? Your mother lived on the island of Batarilla on the South Blue. Her name was Portcas de Rouge. She did something we never imagined was possible. She hid her child in her womb for 20 months in order to save it. She bought your life at the cost of her own. Your father was executed 1 year and 3 months before you were born. The blood of the most terrible fiend the world has ever known runs through your veins. Don't pretend to not know, as Ace gets even more and more shaken by what's about to be said here. Your father was Gold Roger, the Pirate King! And everyone is shocked to hear this news. Garp doesn't seem surprised. And then we get someone talking to Garp, and I think it's Roger.
My unborn child. He's innocent, Garp. Take care of my son.
And then Ace, realizing he's been found out, just relents. There you have it. Ace is not the son of Whitebeard, but actually is the son of the king of the pirates himself, Gold Roger. Chapter 5, that's the end of chapter 550, onwards to chapter 551. Chapter 551, Whitebeard of the Four Emperors. Usopp's I'll Die If I'm Alone disease. Final volume, Fat Usopp, as it shows Usopp, who is basically eaten him so much food in a short span of time that this man is the exact opposite of his own size. He's just engorged with food. Fire Fist Ace? Is Gold Roger's son?
This is big news! Notify the head office at once! We'll print an extra edition!
It still exists. The bloodline of the Pirate King! As the notebook of a reporter just falls out of his hands because of this revelation. And the wind howls as we zoom in from the sea on the outskirts of Marineford and just, like action movie style zoom in to the center of Marineford as it cuts to the execution platform. And then Smoker is quiet. Mihawk looks over. And then it cuts to Hancock, who goes, "He isn't Luffy's brother by blood?" Sengoku's silent, and then Ace is silent. Gold Roger's son? The admirals are all silent as well.
His son was alive all this time? It's incredible!
And then it cuts to Doflamingo, who goes, And then Gecko Moria again.
Everybody associated with Roger was executed!
Then it cuts to Kobe and Helmeppo. I thought his father must be Dragon too, since he's Luffy's brother. So did I. What's going on here? They aren't really brothers? And Garp is silent. And then it cuts to when Garp was speaking to Roger in the past.
Garp, I'm going to be a father, but I'll be dead by the time it's born. Why are you telling me this, Roger? I'm with the Navy. We mean to hunt down anyone who was ever associated with you. That's exactly why I'm telling you this. The government will retrace my steps for the past year and kill her. But our unborn child is innocent, Garp. We've been fighting each other for years. I trust you as much as any of my shipmates. Save my child.
As Roger just smiles and goes like,
save my child. Stop talking nonsense. I know you. You'll do it. Take care of my child.
As we see the face of Roger, and he's just smiling at Garp. Even in the face of death, he's still smiling. Are you sure this is the island? It's been reported that Roger fathered a child here. Check all the children born up to 10 months after his capture. Inspect all the pregnant women too. Kill anybody who looks suspicious. The era of Roger is over. We have to wipe out his bloodline. And it cuts to a woman who's silently watching on, and she's holding her stomach. 5 children were born this month, and there are several due in the coming month. Not yet. You mustn't be born yet. And then it cuts to time later as Garp watches as apparently Ace is born. If you're a girl, I'll name you Anne. If you're a boy, your name will be Ace. Those were the names he chose. Our child's name is Goldie Ace. Our child. And then it cuts to apparently Ace's mother, Porcus de Rouge, holding him as Ace is crying. But it also cuts to Rouge's hand and around the area where Ace was born, and her whole bed is just covered in blood. Rouge! Rouge! Hang on!
You're gonna raise them to Dawn.
What? Are you serious? Whose kid is this? That Dawn?
As it cuts to Luffy.
This is your home now. And this boy lives here too, so play nice.
And then it cuts back to when Ace was talking to Garp in Impel Down. The fact that we both have world-class criminal blood flowing through our veins. I owe the name Portcullis a great debt. I got it from my mother. I'd rather forget about my good-for-nothing father. Whitebeard is my only father! Then it cuts to the present, and Sengoku is still speaking. 2 years ago, you took your mother's family name and began working your way up at an amazing speed as the captain of the Spade Pirates. That was when we discovered that the bloodline of Gold Roger had not been extinguished. But we weren't the only ones who learned the truth. Whitebeard took you, the son of his former rival, aboard his ship so that he could raise you to be the next Pirate King. No! I joined Pops to help him become the king of the pirates. You're the only one who believes that. Don't you know why we were never able to touch you? Because Whitebeard was protecting you. But you had to be stopped. In time, your abilities would eventually allow you to lead a new generation of pirates on a reign of terror. For this reason, your execution today is necessary, even if it means all-out war with Whitebeard! Then it cuts to someone walking up the stairs behind Sengoku. Admiral Sengoku, I have important news! The gates of justice just opened on their own! We've tried to contact the control room, but there's no answer. What? It's opening!
What's this? The gates of justice are opening on their own!
Didn't they just tell us they wouldn't open it no matter what? The control room is in Marineford! Who could have done it?
What? Captain Buggy, did you?
And then it cuts to Buggy, who's standing up there like Moses. Like literally from the 1960s, 1970s movie, The Ten Commandments. He's standing up there like Moses, and he's holding his hands up as the doors are opening, and the light from the gates of justice, like the sunlight coming through, is just beaming down on him, as if the heavens have opened up for Buggy himself. Therefore, increasing the narrative that he is under divine intervention or whatever.
Did you do it? Really, Buggy?
Are you a messenger of God?
The Lord will provide.
Oh, please, give me a break!
But who really opened it? Is it the will of heaven that I become king?
Marineford. Here they come! All hands, battle stations! They appeared so suddenly. Where did they come from? And then there's a ton of ships that are already bearing down in front of Marineford. It's the pirate fleet! Where's Whitebeard? Confirm his location! Numerous pirate ships just sail into the frame. Sail into the panels. It's just like double spread of many pirates. Bohemian Knight Doma! Thunderlord Magai! DeKalvin Brothers! World Spider Squad! Let's do this. They're all distinguished captains of the New World! There are 48 ships in all, but Whitebeard and his division leaders are nowhere to be seen. Can you say, Ace? These are definitely pirates aligned with Whitebeard.
We're coming, Ace!
And then Ace is watching. You guys are here too? Shall we commence the attack? Wait, Whitebeard must be nearby. He's up to something. Keep your eyes on the surrounding waters. This is getting interesting, goes Doflamingo.
Now I'm excited.
Hurry up and come, Whitebeard. Then something starts to bubble underneath the water, and all the admirals immediately notice. And Akainu hears it. This is something you don't really pay attention to, but the fact that they got really good hearing, they can hear something happening. Akainu and the admirals can hear something happening underneath the water.
Yeah, it can't be.
Huh? Where's it coming from?
He's going to pull something outrageous
He's gonna pull something outrageous for sure.
Our formation could be all wrong,
goes Garpin Sudu. What are those shadows? As a shadow starts to emanate from the ground from the center of the Marineford cave. From the Marineford Bay. I was thinking Half Moon Cave, but shadows start to emanate from the center of the bay. Literally past all the major defenses, and they're just right there. Could it be?
So that's it. They've sealed their ships and went underwater.
As a massive ship shoots up out of the water itself. It's the Moby Dick!
Those are Whitebeard's ships.
They're inside the bay. The 14 division leaders are there too. should I keep using Whitebeard's sub laugh or should I use his English dub laugh? Because his English dub laugh doesn't have the da. Should I just go the way it does in here?
How long has it been, Sengoku?
As someone walks up to the deck of the Moby Dick.
My beloved son had better be all right. I'm coming, Ace.
Pops! To be continued in One Piece Volume 57. You know what? I made the decision for myself. I'm just going to use his laugh that he has in... Family was asking me what food I wanted to eat. But I made my decision. I'm just going to use the laugh he has in the English dub. I'm going to get rid of the and just keep it with the like an old man type laugh that they give him in the English dub. Hope you guys don't mind, but that's the decision I've made. And that is the end. Yeah, that's the end. I thought there was going to be like a question corner, but then Oda did say that they were going to skip that for this volume. But we're done. We are done, ladies and gentlemen, with Volume 56 of One Piece. Join me tomorrow at 12 p.m. Same time, same channel, as we move on to chapter on the Volume 57 and start the Paramount War arc. We are about to get into the thick of it. Into the thick of it, and I know just where we're going. And then the real fun starts on the next volume. Until then, yes. So, I mean, I might have just did it for this volume. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to change what I've been doing. I'm just going to keep the same because I'm just so attuned to doing that. So I'm just going to keep it the way I did. So I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to keep it the same as it always has been, despite the dub being different. But I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. This was a fantastic read. I had so much fun, so many different voices to do. I really do hope you all enjoyed my read through of Volume 56 of One Piece. Like I said, join me tomorrow as we continue on with Volume 57. But for now, I must bid you adieu. To everyone here, it has been an immense honor and privilege to be your entertainer. And all I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here, and because it helps this channel, it greatly helps this channel, then please like, subscribe, and share this stream with everyone you know. Because the more, the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples!